Hello, future knights. It's so good to have you with us this evening. We have a short presentation for you, but I am thrilled that you're able to take a little bit of time out of your schedule to be with us this evening. Thank you for your continued interest in IC Catholic Prep. I have to tell you, this is a very special place, and there's so much to see. And one of the hard things this year is that we've been so distant in terms of having to be physically distant. But as we've been saying, we're not socially distant. And so our goal tonight was to bring you on campus, have a little time with Mr. Davidson, our principal, and myself as we tour some of our buildings with you, and making sure that we give you the greatest sense of our beautiful campus here at IC Catholic Prep. A few housekeeping items as we get started. We do have a live chat that's taking place right now. If you happen to have questions throughout this tour, please make sure you're putting those in that chat for us. We really want to make sure that we are answering those. So if we don't get to that right away throughout the next half hour here, we will be absolutely answering those at the end of the presentation. So stay with us. We're going to have a great time together. Again, I'm so happy that you're with us this evening. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mrs. Nikki Kanzia. I'm one of the assistant principals, and I also have the great privilege of being the director of admissions and student life. And so while I may have had the privilege of meeting some of you already, I really do look forward to meeting some of you in the near future. We are 4 days away from that entrance exam, and that's the next great step to becoming a knight. And so without further ado, we're going to make sure that we set you on that right foot towards becoming a knight and get to tour our beautiful campus here in Elmhurst at IC Catholic Prep. So we hope you enjoy. Coming to you live from our hallways at IC Catholic Prep, and we're so excited to be joined this evening by Mr. Stephen Davidson, our principal, who is going to be leading our tour. So welcome, Mr. Davidson. So happy that you could be with us.
Welcome, future knights. Excited to have you here. Wish you could be here in the building with me right now. Of course, I'd have to put my mask on if that was the case, but just want to give you a tour of the building, talk about some of the amazing things happening here at IC.
So Mr. Davidson currently is starting in our main hallway of our main building on Cottage Hill. Mr. Davidson, why don't you share a little bit about our main floor and the fact that it was remodeled 4 summers ago, and tell us a little bit about that and some of the details that we have on that main floor.
Sure, absolutely. So we're going to take you from a couple of classrooms. We're going to walk up and down a couple of the floors and check out all the amazing things going on here. But this main floor was renovated 4 years ago, as Mrs. Kanzia said. And the idea behind our renovation here, in consulting with our teachers and our students at that time, was to create classrooms that were flexible spaces. And so as we go into room 207 over here in a second, you'll see that this year, because of COVID restrictions, we're following a hybrid model. So that means half of our students are at home, half of our students are in the classroom, and then the next day they switch. The students who are at home are still engaging in group work and school work just the way that they would in the classroom. Our teachers are calling on them, asking them questions, engaging them in the same way that they would in the classroom. So let's go ahead and go over to room 207 and check out the room a little bit. I think Mr. Doherty is in here as well.
He's a great guy to get to know for sure.
Hi, Mr. Doherty, how are you?
Hi, Mr. Doherty, good to see you.
So as we said before, this is one of our newly renovated classrooms. As you can see, the desks are all aimed forward. But typically we would use this room. This is a history room, and we would set these up in different seating charts. So Mr. Doherty uses things like discussion groups and partner work, in which he is, setting up the room for different debates and graded discussions. You can see the smart board in the front of the room. Each room also has a smart projector. The teachers all use Google Classroom for their classrooms for organization purposes.
Kind of look at not just where students learn, but how students learn. So in every one of our classrooms, we have 2 standing desks. We have student voice. They got to pick out some of our furniture and our flooring and our carpeting, so that it's a place where students feel that they can be successful in the classroom, which I think is one of the coolest parts about our classrooms.
So that flexibility is really important. We want to make sure that students are engaged in learning, in a comfortable setting that challenges them, but also allows them to do the best of their ability. So from forward, as we continue that renovation in our building, to look at each of the spaces and evaluate how are our students learning in each of these subject matters. Absolutely.
Sure. And just giving us an opportunity to, as we walk, we could continue to talk, giving us an opportunity to make sure that our classrooms on that first floor are really setting the footprint for what's to come for the rest of our building. And so while we have great bones in our building, we're really excited that we are growing. We're a vibrant institution. So we have room to grow and expand and on all of our other floors.
You know, up here, this is set up for our wall of honor members and our Hall of Fame. But we set up those TVs in the cafeteria and in the hallways each day to keep our students engaged and know what's going on in the building. It's really important in high school that you get involved, right? And at IC, we have 97% of our students involved in at least one sport or activity. We have multiple students involved in multiple sports, multiple activities. We want everybody to be involved in as many things as they can. High school is a great time to try new things, to get involved in something that you might not have had the opportunity to get involved in grammar school. And that's why high school, it's so important that when you start high school that you jump in and you get involved right away. The other thing is, in high school, you're going to be meeting students from all different communities, all different schools. You know, here at IC, we're made up of 365 students in a growing enrollment. We're a small school by design because we like that smaller setting in the classroom for our students. Our teachers get to work one-on-one with our students, you know, in their classwork and the things that they're challenged to do. And so, you know, you're going to get that attention in the classroom. But you're also going to get that attention, you know, from your club moderators, from your coaches, and just getting to know everybody that's in the building. It's really that family feel here. Everybody needs to get involved and dive into that atmosphere. And so you're going to meet students from other schools. Maybe you're coming from a school where 20 students are coming with you. Maybe you're the only student from your school coming here. It's just that warm, welcoming environment that's really important to us. And knowing each other personally and getting to know each other personally, that makes a big difference about what we do here. So
indeed,
let's keep going.
As we keep walking, we talk about, you know, you mentioned that small by design phrase. We say that a lot, and it's small by design in instruction, right? As you said, in the classroom, but not small in offerings. And so we currently offer over 19 clubs and activities, several athletic opportunities. There's something truly for everyone, and it's important for students to get to know all those different offerings. And so that's up to, you know, our students to really dive in and try something new because they might surprise themselves.
Absolutely. And then when you talk about course offerings as well, you know, we're a college prep rigorous school. We want you to be challenged and we want you to be successful. So, you know, we're going to place you in classes that will challenge you, but that you're going to do well in. And, you know, when you look at our students who graduate from here in 4 years, they're going to top colleges and universities in the country.
Sure.
And our average ACT from last class was for the top 25% was a 30.6. The top 25% of the class. You know, we've got 100% of our students accepted into colleges and universities across the nation. We had last year 3 of our students went to the University of Notre Dame, Dartmouth College, to Northwestern, Purdue, University of Wisconsin. We consistently matriculated to those top universities, especially in the Midwest, but all over the country.
Sure.
We also offer a host of AP and honors classes. This year, we're offering 10 AP classes, and that allows students to take courses that will prepare them for the next level. And some of our students end up graduating here from IC with as many as 27 to 30 hours of college credit. That means you're starting your college experience. You may be starting it as a sophomore. Right. And so you think about the financial impact of that, where college is costing you $30,000 to $40,000 a year. That's an amazing achievement. Our students do really well on those exams. On our AP exams this recent year, 82% got a 3 or above. And that's what gives you the credit towards your college of choice. So let's head up to the second floor and check out our counseling, our computer lab.
Great. I know we got to keep them moving because there's so much to see. I don't want our students to miss out here. It's so nice to be in the building so that we can show our hallways. Right now, we're very much in COVID world here. Mr. Davidson is actually working against the flow here. We're going up the downstairs, But I like it. Go with it. Go with it. It's awesome, but we want to make sure that we're keeping our community safe. So we put a lot of precautions in terms of how we travel through the hallways. So you're seeing some of that with our arrows on the floor.
So this is our second floor. Each of the floors that we have, there's 4 floors in the building. Students will have a locker on each floor according to their year level. So freshmen start on the top floor. We call it the suite the first year. Then you move down to the second floor, the first floor, and then of course seniors are on the bottom floor where the cafeteria and Costello Hall is. This hallway here, the second floor or the third floor, however you're counting it, right, is the theology classrooms. And then there are also, of course, a couple of English and social studies classrooms up here as well. At IC, you've got to take 4 years as a Catholic school. You got to take 4 years of theology. Students, we pray together each day. At the beginning of the day, we end the day with prayer. We also attend Mass on Holy Days out of obligation. Basically, we attend Mass about once a month. This year's been a little bit different, but it's why we're here, right? We're a Catholic school, and it's really important to that part of developing the spirit, mind, and body of each of our students. It's not just about the academics, which are really important, but it's about developing that whole person.
Indeed.
In our campus ministry, our campus ministry does a great job of promoting service. That's one of our key components, and we're looking to continue to build upon is, as a blessed person that we are, with the opportunity to be here at IC Catholic Prep, it's important that we take the gifts that God gives us and serve others with that. And the importance of how service to others is a really key component to our faith. And so, we ask our students to go out into the community, to go out and serve others. This last 6 months has been really challenging with that, obviously. But it's important.
Get a little creative, right, in terms of our service. Yes.
Absolutely. We're going to walk in this classroom. Mr. Fisher's in here. I think he's on a call, but we're going to just show the computer lab here a little bit.
I love it.
We're just interrupting you. Sorry, Mr. Fisher. Sorry,
Hi, Mr. Fisher.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Mr. Fisher is also not only our department chair for technology, but also in our history department chair, but also one of our basketball coaches. So you'll find a lot of our educators are also coaches on staff. So we love having them in our building.
Absolutely. So this classroom is our computer lab. And this is a double classroom. It has 2 classrooms connected together. In this classroom, a lot of our students will take either the computer or business electives that we offer here at IC. So our computer electives, students in their freshman year have to take computer apps and web design. It's one of our courses that each freshman takes. You take that in one semester, and then you take your PE class in the second semester, or vice versa, flip-flops. This is one of the things that we're really intent on improving here at IC. Each year we look to improve our courses that involve STEM, and computer apps and web design is a great course, but we want to continue to build upon that. So we are looking next year to potentially divide this room. We need an additional classroom because of our growing enrollment. And so we were looking to divide this room next year and redo our computer lab with that. The goal would be to offer courses such as computer science, coding, robotics. And again, with that same mentality they have for the other classrooms, is we want to build flexibility into the classroom. We want students doing things, physically engaged in their work. So a course like robotics, for example, and our current course that we're offering this year, Principles of Engineering, it's about building things, understanding how machines work, understanding how coding works, mechanics, all that together. And it gives a totally different experience than, let's say, a traditional English course would, or a traditional social studies course might. Those are experiences that I think are really good to have as a high school student, to see what is it that you want to do after high school, right, with college and beyond. Sure. With business courses, we offer a variety of courses like entrepreneurship, integrated marketing, accounting, economics, all really good electives that students will take during their 4 years here at IC.
Absolutely. You beat me to the punch. One of the things I love about those courses, though, too, is a lot of our activities also support those courses. So we have our business class, and we have a nationally competing Business Professionals of America. You spoke to the entrepreneurship class, entrepreneurship club. So a lot of crossover there to really support the work in those classes and in our activities as well.
Absolutely. Let's take a walk down towards our counseling office.
We like to look at our counseling office as kind of the heart of our school. We have a dream team of counselors, and also including our wonderful therapy dog, Mabel.
Our counselors really focus on three major areas: academics, so supporting each student in how they're doing in the classroom, and how to best help with issues such as time management, organization, prepping for exams, those types of things. The other two areas would be that social and emotional support that students need in high school, checking in with each other and saying, how you doing right now? This is a tough time in this COVID world. Our students, just like in all schools, need support to make sure that everyone's doing well and feeling connected with what's going on in the building and all the different areas that we're trying to support our students, such as our clubs, our sports,
For sure.
drama, all that. And then finally, it's that career and college preparedness. So, talking to each of the students and deciding, okay, what is it that you might be interested in? Let's say you're interested in engineering. Well, then the counselor is going to work with a plan for the 4 years that you're here at IC of what courses do you take for the college you're interested in? What colleges might be the best fit for you? Do you want to go to a local school in the Midwest, or do you want to travel to the East Coast or the West Coast? Are you looking at a big college or a small college, a private college or a public college? There's so many different choices, and our counselors do a phenomenal job at creating a game plan. It's always done in pencil because you're going to change your mind. You're in high school, but preparing you to take those next steps. This is a college prep high school, and we want you to be successful at that next level, and that's what we're preparing for you to do at that next level. We have two counselors, as Mrs. Kanzia said. Mrs. Field works a lot with our juniors and seniors on that college and career aspect. And Miss Ortiz will be checking in with you like in weeks 1 or 2 of your high school experience to see how things are going and start, preparing for you to be successful here at IC. They're phenomenal at their jobs. They really care for our students and appreciate everything that they do for us. Let's head up to our top floor.
I like to call that floor the penthouse. So we're upstairs to the suite, the penthouse here. Our freshman locker floor that Mr. Davidson mentioned earlier. And so we'll go see some of our labs up there.
Absolutely.
We definitely get our work out in the building, but it's great. And the students do very well with that. There's a 4-minute passing period, so plenty of time to get from class to class, and really takes a little time just to get to know when we can get to our lockers, what books we need for what class. So to work a lot with that in the first couple of weeks of freshman year to ensure that everybody's ready to go.
Up on the 4th floor, we have a number of our science labs. Students are required to take 3 years of science here at IC. That includes a first year of biology. And then typically our students will take chemistry and physics as well. But we have a number of electives that are phenomenal electives to experiment with our engineering course, with environmental science, our physical science course, anatomy, a lot of good opportunities to experiment. And, maybe you're interested in potentially being a doctor or a nurse one day, then our anatomy course would be a great course. We also offer AP biology and AP chemistry during our junior and senior years as well. So let's walk this way a little bit. Here's our biology room. Mrs. Havers is in here. She could just wave to us a little bit. Taking a virtual tour right now.
Hi, Ms. Havers. Good to see you.
You as well.
So this is one of our biology labs. Like I said, freshmen take biology as a required course. This year it's been a little bit different. The setup might be a little bit different because of all the COVID restrictions. But, I think our science teachers have done a great job using technology and all the different platforms and apps that exist to continue that lab experience, right?
Absolutely.
And that continue that hands-on experience in the sciences. So that really is the way that we want to teach our sciences in our classes, of that collaborative aspect, discovery, working on that curious mind to figure things out. And our teachers do a great job of providing that opportunity. You also, of course, have a lot of different clubs that are tied into the sciences with the ecology club, with our engineering team. And then, of course, clubs just like WISE, for example, which is an academic competition sciences are tied into as well. So, can't say enough about our teachers and our science teachers in particular. In a tough year to be a science teacher and to be in a science classroom, but they're doing a phenomenal job with everything that's going on in the world. So
Absolutely.
let's keep going. Thank you.
Hi. Thanks, Ms. Havrish.
Bye.
Really excited about our science labs as well. We kind of see the before and the after. It's really the next priority list in terms of renovation. And so students who are joining us will actually be a part of that growth and renovation. It's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. The science labs are next on our renovation list with our computer lab as well. I think, again, really looking at bringing that flexibility into the classroom, that experimentation, that hands-on learning, and providing our students with every opportunity to do that. This year we started that Principles of Engineering course, which I alluded to. That's a Project Lead the Way course, which is a national curriculum that stresses hands-on learning, that kinesthetic approach to learning. Students have to discover, through, putting things together, putting machines together and robotics and all that. And that's where that STEM movement, we really want to continue to push in that way. I think it's really interesting. I think students that take those courses are challenged, and they're also thinking about, things that they never thought about before.
And of course, at IC Catholic Prep, we talk about our STEM component as being STREAM, adding that religion component and the arts component into that as well. So those pieces are really essential into our everyday life as well as that curriculum.
Absolutely. On this floor, we also have our world language classrooms. So students have to take 2 years of world language as a college preparatory high school. And that means that you have a choice between 3 languages. You can take Spanish, Latin, or Italian. Spanish, definitely a lot of students take that in grammar school, and I would continue though. I would promote kids continuing on with language if they're doing well in that. We also offer languages that you might not find in every school. Latin and Italian, are very popular courses here, and students like to take those courses because they're a little out of the norm. Why would you take Latin? Well, when you look at things like medicine and becoming a doctor or a lawyer, a lot of that terminology is based in Latin. And Italian, we have a vibrant Italian club here with a vibrant Italian community that's in this area, and a lot of students like to connect to their roots on that. It's always an interesting thing to be able to look at other cultures and connect that to our own culture here in the United States. So let's go ahead and take a little trip downstairs a little bit. We're going to go down to the cafeteria in Costello Hall and then venture over to our other building.
Great. So here we are entering into what we consider our cafeteria as well as Costello Hall. This is also the senior locker floor. And so Mr. Davidson can speak a little bit to our cafeteria and how that looks different this year compared to other years, especially.
So as in all things, the setup of the cafeteria is definitely different. Our freshmen and sophomores have been eating lunch here. All the desks, all the tables are facing forward. Typically, the room is set up in communal tables where there's multiple students all sitting together. In each of the lunch periods, there's an 8-period day, and the lunch periods are 23 minutes. The classroom time is 46 minutes. So you get 23 minutes to eat your lunch. One of the 8 periods would also be a study hall, and we'll show you the area that you go to study hall. Food is great. We use Quest services. Our students really enjoy the time, obviously, together down here in the cafeteria. Let's walk over towards Costello as well. Costello Hall. So Costello Hall is an area where our juniors and seniors are eating this year. Typically, it's more of a student lounge area. So our seniors get the privilege of, instead of reporting to their scheduled study hall period, they're able to report to the senior lounge. This area is meant to kind of be an area where students can get together, study, and meet with teachers. It's also an area where we do a lot of our presentations and have guest speakers in as well. Right. So right now it looks kind of boring because it looks kind of just like a cafeteria.
Again, it's kind of that COVID world, right, Mr. Davidson?
I know, absolutely. You can see we have our state trophy case here. It was just redone the other day with all of our pictures behind of our state champions over the many decades at IC. It looks really cool. We want to continue to update this room in a similar way. We also have in this room some of our technology so that speakers and presentations can be given. We have our J-Touch screen there in which teachers and students can use that to present and to watch a video or whatever it may be. So this is a nice flexible space that we're going to continue to grow as we move forward.
Really creating spaces as we continue to walk over to our resource center where students can simply just be, right? To have structured time, but in an unstructured format. It's really a nice opportunity for students to have that time. We are truly blessed by the location alone of IC Catholic Prep and where it sits within the town of Elmhurst. We have great partnerships within the community. At the end of the block, you will see we have the Metro train station right there, as well as great partnerships with the Elmhurst Public Library, the Elmhurst Art Museum. Wilder Park is one of our most beautiful parks, in my opinion, in Elmhurst, and clear across that park is Elmhurst University, where we have our senior college option and other partnerships. We'll take just a quick walk over to the Dyer Family Resource Center, which is housed in the Parish Administration Center. We also have parish and school offices in our Fine Arts Center. Welcome to Dyer Family Resource Center.
So this is our Dyer Resource Center where our students take study halls. Again, each student, freshman through senior year, will have one period during the day, 46 minutes where they're over here working on their classwork, preparing for tests, meeting with teachers, tutoring, whatever it may be. It's a great area for our students to study, to take out books. We also have Elmhurst Library and Elmhurst University, which is close to us, which our students have access to. Our seniors are able to take courses at Elmhurst University during their senior year in our senior option program, in which they can earn college credit. So they'll take Calculus 2, Calculus 3, Spanish, upper level Spanish courses, business courses, different electives that they're interested in, and start working on their college experience while they're still here at IC.
Sure. And unique fun fact about our resource center, we were founded by the Sisters of St. Agnes back in 1936. And when we were founded, this actually was the Sisters' workspace. So when we remodeled the Dyer Family Resource Center, we had the opportunity to turn that back into a workspace, kind of in honor of our sisters and our founders. So it's kind of a neat connection there.
Absolutely. Let's head downstairs and check out our art wing, our music room, and our art classroom.
Yep. The McDonald Center for the Arts was all renovated 4 summers ago, really with the idea that we support the arts, visual, performing. We want that to be a part of our community with offerings not only in our music and our arts classes, but also in our drama program. And so Knights Theater has been around for a long time. And we're just very excited to continue that wonderful practice of giving students an opportunity to perform.
So this is our music room. We offer many music courses here at IC. We have, of course, band and choir. We also offer Piano 1 and Piano 2 and Guitar 1 and Advanced Guitar. You may be musically inclined already and playing an instrument in your grammar school band or just on your own. But then there's also students who have never sung before, never played the guitar before, never played the piano before. And, they try it for the first time and realize that they love it. And it's something that, opens up a different world to them. This year, Mr. V is doing a great job with being creative in the classroom because of some of the restrictions that exist. But they're doing a lot with, music theory, listening to different genres of music. Guitar and piano is full go this year, but band and singing has been challenging. So they're doing a lot of work with recording as well during those classes.
All of our educators in our fine arts department actually are practitioners in their field. And so Mr. Van Mersbergen actually is an author, guitar book method. He writes guitar books, which is awesome. He's also a performer. Ms. Pasteur is a practicing artist. She has artwork currently on display in Oak Park. Mrs. Blasik is our design teacher. She has her own business outside of school. And so it's really a real life, a real world application of the arts, which we love. Also in this hallway, we're blessed to have the Fairley Program Resource Center. The Fairley Program is named after Sister Megan Fairley, who was one of our former assistant principals. It's just a great champion for our students and allowing them to have additional resources throughout their schooling. We love to represent our fine arts and visual arts, and we have just a rockin' art department where we have offerings in ceramics and sketching and art 2D, art 3D. We also have had students who have done independent studies, some even in fashion design. So it's a really wonderful place. And what I love is Miss Pastor creates an environment where students can be creative in a safe space. So there is quite a bit to see in this art room. Ms. Pistor has been with us for 21 years, and one of the most beautiful gifts that she offers to the community is she teaches 21 different years. It's not just her first year, 21 times. She's continuously creating new things, creating new opportunities for students to try a new skill. Again, you'll see some of our COVID regulations here with the plexiglass, continuing with that social distancing, but allowing our art programs to continue to thrive. Our ceramics classes happen to be some of our most popular elective classes, and we have 2 kilns on campus, so everything is fired up here on campus that we'll get to see. But it's a really awesome opportunity for students to just be creative throughout the day. Creating some safe space here for firing up those ceramics and the pottery. It's a very eclectic classroom that offers quite a bit of color and enjoyment. Lots to see, lots to look at, and our students love being down here. So we're very blessed that we have this opportunity. Another quick walk across campus. We are the only Catholic high school in the state of Illinois still affiliated with a parish. So we are blessed to have multiple buildings that we work out of. And we're blessed to have our priests and seminarians and deacons on campus with us. And so it really becomes a very unique faith-filled experience. With that, though, we have amazing resources in terms of our physical space. And so our gym is a wonderful location for our student athletes. We also have great offerings in our PE department, physical education, not only in health, but also in weightlifting. We also have students who have taken up yoga through IC Catholic Prep. We do have a great stage space with a great sound system. And so our spring musicals are typically put on in the gym as well. If you had not had the opportunity to visit our Plunkett Athletic Complex, this is definitely a must-see. The Plunkett Athletic Complex is about a mile from campus off of West Avenue. We do offer an activity bus after school for our student athletes. These fields offer state-of-the-art turf, awesome lighting. Not only do we have football and soccer and lacrosse, but we have baseball and softball. And so we really wanted to create a space where our student athletes can be successful and experience what it was like to be on a state-of-the-art field. Our coaches are amazing individuals, and I encourage all students who are student athletes, notice we said student first, athlete second, to get to know our coaching staff. They really allow our students to be the best version of themselves, and it's a really very humbling experience to watch them work.
Thank you so much for visiting with us. Hope to see you here on Saturday morning. Go Knights.
We hope you enjoyed our live virtual tour here. Mr. Davidson, I wanted to say a quick thank you to him. He did a great job taking us through the campus. Also, a quick thank you to Ms. Peg Slavic in our front office for awesome video work. She's a rock star, making sure that we get to see the campus as well. It really is a team effort. And as I often say, it surely takes a village. And We have just a really neat community, and I'm so grateful that you want to be a part of that community. And so let's talk next steps quickly as we round that corner to our entrance exam on Saturday, December 5th. It is coming up quickly. If you have not already registered, this is the time to do that. Save that spot for Saturday, December 5th. We are hosting an in-person test. However, we do have opportunities for a virtual or remote testing option. So if that is something that interests your family, what you would need to do is register for the test and then email me separately. And so you're able to do that as well so that we get you squared away. If for some chance Saturday does not work, you're ill, you're quarantined, God forbid, something happened. I know we have things that come up, life happens. Please give me a call. We do have alternate testing dates. We have a makeup test date scheduled for December 12th, so the following Saturday, December 12th. Our goal is to really have our students test with us on December 5th, but we do have that date reserved for those unknown life circumstances. So we can work with you and your family. We want to make sure that we are there for you as a family. Additionally, once you sign up for that entrance exam, we do have an awesome workshop that will be presented by two of our very own tomorrow evening. So if you are registered for the exam, you will automatically get an email tomorrow morning with regards to that workshop. It will be a 1-hour virtual workshop. It will be a Zoom link so that you'll be able to follow along and make sure that you have the opportunity to ask questions as well. So plenty of opportunity there as well to make sure that we're prepping you for Saturday. So that workshop will cover ways to navigate a standardized test. It will cover opportunities for you to learn how to answer certain questions, or if you get stuck on a question, what do you do next? And so it is not a practice test by any stretch of the imagination, but it is definitely a workshop that we feel help our students as they prepare for Saturday morning's exam. For Saturday morning, then, we welcome our students to campus between 7:15 and 7:45. Details will be sent in email fashion if you are registered for that test, but the test starts at 8 o'clock and typically goes until about 11:30, 11:45. And then we move our families through the process. And so we start with that entrance exam, 7th and 8th grade report cards, standardized testing information. We want to get the best picture of your student we can possibly get. We know that an entrance exam is a snapshot in the day in the life of your student. So we like to get a lot of different pieces of data so that we could make sure that we're making a great decision for you and your family. And once we make that decision for acceptance, then we utilize that entrance exam as a placement test to help inform some of the conversations with regards to what classes would be best for your student, what courses would be the next logical step for your student. So quite the process that we absolutely will walk with you. We're honored to be able to do that. It's really important to us that we work together to make sure that we are answering questions and being there for you as a family. If you have questions after this evening or you have not had an opportunity to tour with us in person, we welcome that as well. And so please make sure you contact us. We are happy to schedule an in-person tour. We are booked for this week, but we are also scheduling out through the month of December and then looking forward into January. So we have a lot of opportunities there as well. As we say always, first and foremost, it's about our family. And we look forward to welcoming you and your family as a part of our extension to the IC Catholic Prep family. Not only will you get an awesome community, but great educational opportunities for your student. We know it is an investment. We know you have wonderful opportunities all around us, IC being one of them. But we want to work together to offer financial assistance, to offer great classes, to offer great activities and chances for your student to be the best version of themselves. And so we're very humbled at that opportunity, and thank you for choosing Catholic education, and thank you for choosing IC Catholic Prep. It does not go unnoticed, and we look forward to having you on campus with us real soon. As we say at the end of all of our gatherings, please be assured of our continued prayers as we move through this high school journey together. And we like to say on our campus, go Knights. God bless you all. I wish you a wonderful evening. I don't see any comments coming in or questions coming in. If you think of something, feel free to reach out. We'll look forward to being in touch soon. Take good care. Bye-bye.